Hey everybody, how's it going? So today we're going to talk about the potential that Spider-Man may go to a different universe or a different dimension in Spider-Man Far From Home. Now this is something that was first touched upon, or I guess really technically not touched upon, first shown to us really in Doctor Strange, when the Ancient One sent Doctor Strange before he was he was Doctor Strange, but before he was the Doctor Strange we know today, when he was still very ignorant to the mystical arts and things like that. The Ancient One, to convince him, sent him across multiple dimensions very quickly, which was very mind-blowing, kind of acid trip-like moment, to describe it, I guess, very simply. Now, in Spider-Man Far From Home, we're getting multi-dimensional, multiverse-related shenanigans yet again with the Elementals and Mysterio. Now, the reason I say that is because Mysterio claims to be from a different Earth, a parallel Earth to our main MCU Earth, alongside of also claiming the Elementals are trans-dimensional creatures that go, I guess, from universe to universe, destroying said world. So he claims the Elementals destroyed his world, and now they're on the main MCU Earth to destroy that Earth, just like they did his, and he's trying to stop them. Now there's also rumors and stuff like that that are saying that Mysterio's been on Earth since the first snap done by Thanos, which, if that's the case, that'd be really interesting, considering that means that other individuals, other beings, may be in the main MCU Earth for the last 5 years in real time, since the first snap was done by Thanos when he did the decimation, which snapped half of all life out of existence. So if that's true, that'd be really interesting. But getting back to the main topic here of Spider-Man, what if he went to different worlds? Now this wouldn't be something too far-fetched for Spider-Man. I think a lot of people saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so a lot of them are very, I guess, exposed to the whole Spider-Verse idea, and obviously that was a comic event as well, featuring Spider-Man from all over the multiverse. And they had a sequel event called Spider-Geddon, which also featured more or less the same type of spider people, at least if they didn't die in the Spider-Verse event against the Inheritors. Now the Inheritors were a group of beings that essentially hunted and killed and, I guess, sucked the essence out of different spider people, as it had a mystical connection to spider totems, but all things considered, it was just basically them absorbing the life force out of people that were Spider-Men of their respective universes. Now, with Spider-Man in the MCU, if you were to go to different universes, I think this would be really cool, because one, we could see maybe some different variations of his universe. Maybe we could see one of him meeting what would be the equivalent of his Uncle Ben, so they could have an actor playing a parallel universe version of Uncle Ben, so we could get a very heartfelt moment between Uncle Ben and Peter in that moment, since I know that's a huge complaint a lot of people have in the MCU, is the lack of Uncle Ben. Of course he's dead, but still people wish there's a picture of him, or I guess more of a mention of him. And then besides that, we could get more of the traditional Mary Jane, since people were very anti-Zendaya playing MJ, and then also we can get like Harry Osborn in a different universe instead of Ned, or maybe Miles Morales. We could see a live action Miles Morales, even if it's just a tease of someone in the costume. We could also theoretically see things like maybe Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Those are definitely a lot more far-fetched, but in the case where Spider-Man is going to different worlds, this could also bleed into the Venom type of situation, considering Kevin Feige, during a recent interview, did say he was interested and open to doing a crossover between Sony's Venom and the MCU Spider-Man franchise. However, it's really just up to Sony, I guess, being more open to it. And kind of how I digested that was basically Kevin Feige saying, you're gonna have to give me some creative control here so I can make a much more organic bridge between the worlds of Sony's Venom and the MCU Spider-Man before we do a crossover. But something that would make it all a lot easier is, of course, having the multiverse hopping of Peter Parker from the MCU, because you could just have him, I guess, transplant himself into the Sony Venomverse, or vice versa. You could have either the universes merging in some way, shape, or form, or just have the characters and never mention that they were distinct, but just have the characters from Sony's Venom come to the MCU, which probably would be the most likely route if they were to go that way. Now, all this is obviously speculation, just going off of if they had this. Another one I would love to see is, J. Jonah Jameson, obviously J.K. Simmons come back and play the role. But of course, this is all speculation. Please don't take anything I'm saying here with truth. Take it with a grain of salt. just having some fun here, proposing potential ideas if Peter Parker were to hop different universes, different dimensions. Since we're getting the multiverse introduced more prominently in his movie, what universe would you like to see him hop into? And what characters would you like to maybe see appear? And since Mysterio may have come during the initial snap caused by Thanos, what other characters do you hope also came into the, main MCU universe, maybe from a different universe? Me personally, I would love to see, not the Shocker, because we already have the Shocker in the MCU, but I would love to see maybe Black Cat come from a different universe. I think that'd be really cool. Or even a character such as the Prowler. If they want to do a different type of Prowler and not use Miles' uncle being the Prowler, since there was another Prowler before him, I think it'd be pretty cool if we had a Prowler from a different universe. And maybe actually that one is Miles' uncle, but as a villain, and Donald Glover's Prowler will actually never become the Prowler. I know it doesn't really make much sense, but comment below your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think? And we'll see you guys later.